Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, already time for the last presentation of the day. And what better way than ending with a little sip? Did you know that you have an interactive conference badge that you can actually click on? Or actually, you should click on, not on your own badge because drinking alone is not so much fun. You should, of course, click on other attendees' badges and then maybe give out some beer tokens or maybe start the Hive Bus meeting game. Our country is giving away great prizes, but you should definitely meet some folks by entering into a Hive Bus meeting game. But here, Detlef is, he just got on the stage. Hey, Detlef, how are you doing, man?
I'm wonderful.
Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
I'm, yeah, I can hear you. If you activate it on air and activate it amplify my voice, everything is going to be just fine. I see you already took hold of controls of the slideshow. So you're going to tell us a little bit about beer, right? I don't know what it is, but I'm a pretty interesting
I will
topic.
give you a hand on this stuff. Hello, everybody. I'm again the last speaker for today. Love to be here on stage again. And as I met quite a few people already in person, I love to meet you later on or tomorrow and hear your voice, have a chit chat, and so on. I started many years ago on the other blockchain with the topic of beer. And I did this because beer is the third most drunken liquid on earth. And beer is going together with so much emotions. And some people don't like this beer, but they love that one, and so on. So I said, well, why not trying to make some more stuff with beer? This is me. And I'm a German living in Belgium, and I have a technology background. And many years ago, I figured out that I love to be on stage and tell some stories. In daytime, I help companies with this. In nighttime and evenings, I enjoy the beery stuff. Where I'm talking about, I said, well, try to have people motivated to create some content around the topic of beer. As I said, emotional topic, many people love it, third most drunken liquid on earth. So I started 229 weeks ago with the longest running challenge on Hive called Beer Saturday. And this is quite simple. Every Saturday or whatever day I have the time to post the weekly challenge post, I ask people to write nice posts with at least pictures and a little bit of a story about their last week, last evening, year related activity. We nearly had everything from home brewing about people who make a cake with beer or bread with beer, like I did a few weeks ago, or anything else. We have a bunch of people who just like to talk about that special beer they had and all the tastes. So this was going exactly that way. And for a challenge, I made it quite simple. Everything goes in a pot, and there are some weekly prizes, and we fill the pot with all the nice votes from the community who help us each week by some upvotes on the posts I made, and therefore we do the payouts week by week. Sometimes I'm a little bit late because I have a few other jobs. We as well have the wonderful Alex Van, who sponsors every week to Leo token, which we as well put in a pot and transmit to the people who took place in the challenge. And there are some more token. At the moment, we have a partnership with Dunk Token. And if you are a token owner and you like to get rid of some of your tokens, let me know. We put it in a challenge and we spread it out to people who might have some fun with it. And some hashking cards or whatever Marky just created on nice other NFTs, or there is a nice community behind it. Some months, weeks later, we started as well the beer token. Many of you see this with the beer command, which sends a free zip of beer to some of the people around the Hive chain. So whenever the post is outdated and you can't upvote it, you could at least leave a beer command, and the author of the post or author of the comment gets some beer token. As a normal token, sure, you could even stake a token and get some staking rewards on it. And if you look to the Hive chain, Hive engine, or the tribal decks, there the token is traded as well on several other things. So from there, we have some goals, and one goal is that we like to reach one day that the beer token has a value of a real beer, let's say a normal Pils beer, which is not too expensive. If you have other activities and you need some assistance, we are there to help, because the beer token and all the beer related activity here is meant to be fun. Beneath this, my team, and all the other people, we like to learn what we else could do with the Hive chain, with a token, and with other things. Speaking of this, we have a few, let's say, integration or partnerships. One of them is the DCT game. In the DCT game, you could buy a brewery, and this brewery produces some beer token. Easy as this. Then you could do a beer fest and other activities. Rising Star and something like the German Soccer Cup. And again, I'm an open networker. I'm here for the fun. If you have any cool ideas, please connect with me the next 2 days, or this evening, or tomorrow. And there is actually a German soccer cup ongoing, and we sponsor every week a big box of beer to the winner who has the best bet at the German soccer cup. And as this is mainly male orientated, we have the wonderful ladies of Hive. So all ladies of Hive, please say hello and stay around. And we try to support this activity by as well spending to the wonderful ladies of Hive some beer token for the weekly winners. You see the wonderful picture here for the weekly loving Hive ladies. And fun at the Hivefest, Ronald just mentioned it. It is so simple, and I'm so happy that we could make it working more or less the last 2 days before the Hivefest. So if you see somebody here around, we all have this wonderful badge. And if you click on that badge, you see something like this. There are some commands. So if you click to the enter button, there you might even place at the Hive bus meeting for 2 or 3 minutes if you talk to somebody, or you look to the stats of that person you just met, how many Hive he staked, and so on. Or you could give a free of charge token. So easy. And this means just enter the letter B and press OK, and you will see a similar command which says, well, you just sent a zip of beer to somebody else, and you have 22 beers left. In that case, this means everybody has, for this event, a box of beer means 24 bottles, and you could spread all this beer around to many other people. And our little system behind, which you see here, is reading all the activities, the transactions. And if you go to share a beer, you see what is your actual level from today, or what is the leaderboard. And for all this work here, I have to ask for a big applause from all of you to these two guys, because actually they are in vacation and they still assisted Roland, me, and the Hivefest to generate all these beer-orientated activities. So a big thank you to Wieman and Louis. And as I can't stop doing funny things, we work on something different for the Hive chain since a while. And as Roland meant this morning, doing something in this 3D world is a little bit different. It's a lot of programming. So we started to build a totally different style of game. We have a game where you have to throw little balls through the air, and this is called beer pong. We announce the first playable version tonight, all of you. And even better, we like to invite you, as this is still in work in progress game, but we stole a few nice pictures for the background for the Hivefest edition. And we like to invite you to play the game. So this is quite simple. Have later on jump to beersaturday.com and try to hit the little ball into the bucket and see until which level you can go. Within the next weeks and within the next months, we will build this up to a real playable game. We already have the possibility that you can log in with your Hive account, that you can get for a bunch of beer token a little bit of a special amount of balls, which you could use to throw again into these little bugs. So again, some beery fun. And as we have many gamers in our team, the next activities we will have is that we have some seasons where you play against each others. We will have some special tables or other things like this. There's already a little leaderboard in progress. This will look a little bit more nice during the next days. And again, this is at beersaturday.com. Have a look there. And if you need any other support for it, ask me on Discord, on Hive, on the chat, or whatever. And here a big thank you goes to my colleagues Design and Ben Forever. These two guys did all that programming. And as I said, the programming with the different versions of Unity, the different versions of Altspace, and the different version of whatever, it's a nightmare. But this is groundbreaking, and we will work on this. And whenever we go further, you will be informed. I will post a lot about this. And again, if there's anybody who is quite good in programming Unity or some other funny ideas what we can do together, knock my door. I'm more than open to have some activities with you. Again, there's a beer community. I'm more than happy because this happened accidentally. We started the beer token and the Saturday, and now we already have 1,200 plus members in that beer community. And this is quite active community, so feel free to join. How to reach us? It's quite simple. Search for beer. You find a lot of the posts. Join the Beer Saturday challenge, which is a challenge which runs each week. So you can post at any daytime, nighttime, evening time, a post about beer. But please add your post to my weekly post so that I can find you and that you can win something. Meet me at Discord or talk to me via @lev at the different platforms here. Which brings me to the part of questions. Are there any questions?
If you want to ask a question to Detlef, for example, on the new beer pong game, you can use the audience hand raise to ask one. If you want, that's okay. Can happen, Detlef, right?
Yeah, it can happen. So they maybe understood everything what I said, but I guess we will meet
Sean.
later on. And
Sean
Sakuroma,
has
if
a
you have a
question.
question.
I'm currently doing totally fine. I'm just curious what you're drinking, but hey, that's.
Actually, I will have a nice Belgian beer later on.
Nice. I have Sean here. I will activate him. You're activated, Sean. Do you have a question for Detlef, actually?
Well, I was kind of going in the same direction as you were. That's just trying to figure out what everyone's drinking. I love the idea, and I've been passing around um, my tokens for sure. So I like a good porter, especially now this type of year. So, but Belgian beers are awesome, and hopefully everyone's having a great time here. So that was all. Not really a question.
Yeah, thanks
Okay, so
for
you're having
engaging.
Yeah, of course.
Cheers, Sean. Have a good one with the port.
Cheers, cheers.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna have a simple pilsner. It's called Hertog Jan or a Duke Jan.
Oh, Hertog Jan is quite nice beer from Netherlands. I had a bunch of them on the Hive meetings we did in Aachen quite a few times.
Oh yeah, what? Then you got the Dutch beers in Aachen?
Yeah, we have some. We do the Hive meetup in Aachen since a few years.
Mhm.
Due to the pandemic, a little bit less, but we have a few people coming from Netherlands, a few people coming from Belgium, so they bring their own beer, and we help them to empty it.
Nice. By the way, can I give you a compliment on your nail polish? I really love it,
Yeah, I
man. The
tried my
colors.
best.
I mean, wow.
I
Let us
tried to
show
have it
us
in the
our
same
nail
color
polish
as
to the
me.
public. You guys. You know, Vincent just reminded me that for me, it all started with a makeup video tutorial. So I guess it's for
Yeah,
insiders.
happens.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure again to be on stage with you. It was a pleasure
Thanks a
again
lot.
to be at the Hivefest. I will be, if you like to have me at the next one as well. And I love have it in person.
Me too. I would totally hope so. Really. 100% sure. Although I think that the next one we were discussing this, that the next one really, because you know what, it's great to meet in person. I would really love to, again, have a real fest, a real live high fest. But on the other hand, this brings up, I mean, this year we had 640 registrations. So many people will just jump in, and if they can't make the flight, they can just tune in. So I would really opt for a really hybrid version, maybe with some holograms on stage where we can really mix real life with virtual. But
I'm
obviously, there will be a big prey to be inside the real life one. But
actually, this is a topic I do in my work. So I love to have a chit chat with you about how to bring together people in hybrid events in whatever way. And as Arkan and Adam is not so far away, we need to have a beer.
that's true, totally. Thanks again, Detlef, for coming up and showing us a preview of beer pong. I'm definitely gonna go to beersaturday.com to check it out later tonight. I hope I can still manage to put that ball into that little bucket. But thanks a lot. And yeah, with that, we already come to the end of the first day of Hivefest, at least for the plenary session here on stage. 4 hours inside the glasses behind your computer is quite some time. I want to thank you, attendees, for showing up in such massive droves. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, up there. Hello, Mister. If you look up, if you can, there is the camera boy is standing right up there. It's the live stream, streaming live to YouTube, Twitch, some other platform. I cannot mention the name. Facebookians, Twitterers. Thanks a lot for tuning in today. Thank you, all the speakers, and also for keeping up with all the bugs which happened, but we managed it all together. For now,